Hello, scholars, and welcome back. It's already the fifth week of POL 452, Organizational Theory and Design. I want to start off this week with a compliment. As we've worked our way through 5 weeks of this course, I have been very pleased with the quality of your work, your diligent efforts to get all of your assignments in on time, and just the overall flow of the course. How I've had very few issues, very few concerns, and that has made my life very pleasant. And we can, as we focus now into our fifth week, and as we dive into more of this organizational theory and design. Here in our fifth week, we are going to change gears a little and look at a larger scale or a larger scope of organizational design, especially when we talk about the global environment, and how small the world has become when it comes to our large industries, our large organizations. That almost all of our industries, all of our organizations have a global impact in these days. So we're going to look at the changing in the global environment, and then specifically some of the designs, competencies, and technology, and how those go into changing the organization. So let's look at our module objectives this week. So for this week, we want to identify comparisons between classic and current organizational theories. We want to demonstrate proficiency at understanding the concepts through case and study analysis again. We want to create a thorough profile analysis of a public organization. We want to analyze organizations to make recommendations for increased efficiency and effectiveness. And we will analyze and discuss current organizational theories. For this week, our reading is going to once again focus on chapters 8 and 9 out of the Jones text. So once again, we're in the Jones text and we're in chapters 8 and 9. 8 talking about our global environment, and 9 talking about organizational design, competencies, and technology. I've included the PowerPoint lectures that the publisher has given us for these two. So I would listen to this video, I would look through those PowerPoints, I would look through my reading, and then I would look through the PowerPoints again. I always think that that's a fairly solid approach to retaining information when it comes to reading. And so that would be my recommendation, and that's why I've included these with you. I then have included a video, and this video we're going to utilize in our later assignments in our discussion board. And this short video goes over two concepts: the 5-star and the 5-milestone models of organizational design, and then how that affects organizational culture and operations. So I want you to watch this video, and we're going to use this more or later in our deliverables this week. So with that, let's start talking a little bit about our 3 deliverables that we have this week. Our first deliverable is going to be another case study. This case study is going to focus on that global economy and that global organization and how we're going to change things in a global market. So out of the Jones text, we're going to look at page 237, and we're going to look at a new global strategy and structure for a large pharmaceutical company. What I'm asking you is to answer the to write a 2-page essay APA format and answer the 2 discussion questions at the end of the case. Be sure to include references or links of any online resources you use, and then you will see that there is a breakdown of the assignment when it comes to the rubric, 70% on your writing style, and then we're going to have 30% on your formatting, spelling, and grammar. 40 points available for this, and the due date is going to be, like all of our assignments, 11:59 Sunday evening of week 5. Our next deliverable builds off of our critical assignment. So for our critical assignment, we remember that we were going to take our organization and we had to talk about how our organization had been in the media, been in the news as of recent. So what you were asked to identify 3 news reports within the last 2 years that discuss your agency or the actions it has taken. And for this week, I want you to find those articles and submit their names and their reference citations in APA formatting. If you ask them online, I would also ask you to include their URL in links so I can take a look at these. So this is just a building block. I want you to dive in. Remember, I hope that all of you have just not submitted your organization and moved on. We need to start thinking about our critical assignment is not very far into the future that those are going to be due. So for this week, we're going to get one of those building blocks, and I ask you to look through that. Remember, I would hope that these three articles are not related. I don't want three articles from three different news organizations on the same topic. If they build off one another, I'm okay with that. But try to find three different or variations of the topic. I just don't want three different news agencies reporting on the exact same topic. But once again, another 40 points available, and once again, this is due in our typical format, Sunday at 11:59. And then finally this week we have another discussion board. And for the discussion board, it talks about that video we mentioned earlier, the 5-star and 5 milestone models. And what we're going to do is we're going to apply those model of organizational design. And I want you to consider your current organization or an organization you've been part in the past. And I want to take at least one aspect of these two models and discuss how it could be applied to improve your workplace. So we're looking for improvement in the organization you work in now, in the organization that you're going to utilize for your critical assignment, in one that you've used in the past. And I want you to apply that 5-star and 5 milestone model of organizational design and how an aspect from each of those and how they could improve your workplace. To receive full credit, your original response 300 words, and then I want you to follow up with a 100-word response to at least 2 of your classmates. And remember, I want some scholarly application, some scholarly addition to the conversation. I don't want to read any I agree with. Way to go, good point. Especially with these, they are going to be sharing how it applies to their organization. So add to it, question them, comment on it. That's what I'm looking for. 15 points for your original post and 5 points for each of the 2 posts that you apply to your colleagues in this course. And that's week 5. Straightforward, I hope. I hope that I answered the questions that you might have with this video. Remember, if you have any additional questions, if I didn't cover something, you need to ask questions. Send me a quick email. I'll get back to you. Let's answer all those questions before they become a critical disaster problem towards the end of this course when deadlines start becoming due. But once again, I hope that you have a very exciting week. There's some good reading, some good videos, another good case study that you're going to dive into. Digest that information, start applying it, look at those articles for your critical assignment, hopefully dive into your critical assignment a little more. Have a good, strong week. Get through the material. We're almost there. We're making that kind of turn on the downhill side of this course. Get through week 5. I ask that you still stay diligent, get your assignments in, stay dedicated and disciplined to this course. I'll keep you in my thoughts and in my prayers. All of you have a safe and successful week, and I look forward to talking to you again next week. Bye for now.